A wide macro shot showing a pristine sandbox with miniature construction markings.
An RC excavator with a yellow weathered finish moves into the frame.
Extreme close-up of the excavator bucket biting into the fine sand.
The excavator rotates and dumps the sand into a waiting miniature dump truck.
The excavator continues digging along a pre-marked white line. The excavator tracks leave deep, realistic patterns in the sand as it moves forward. A miniature blue tractor with a front loader blade enters the scene. Close-up of the tractor blade pushing sand forward to flatten the trench floor.
The tractor makes several passes, smoothing out the bumps.
A miniature steamroller with a vibrating metal drum rolls over the flat sand. The roller moves slow, leaving a shiny, compressed surface. Close-up of a tiny hammer tapping a miniature stake into the sand.
The tractor brings in a bucket full of tiny, crushed stones. The tractor tilts the bucket, spreading the gravel evenly inside the forms. The excavator uses its bucket to lightly pat down the gravel. A miniature RC concrete mixer truck pulls into the frame, its drum spinning.
Extreme close-up of the rotating drum, showing wet cement splashing inside.
The mixer truck backs up toward the start of the wooden forms. The chute of the mixer unfolds with a satisfying metallic click. Wet concrete begins to flow down the chute and into the trench.
The mixer truck moves forward slowly as the concrete fills the space. Close-up of the gray slurry filling up against the wooden forms.
The excavator returns to help spread the thick concrete mix.
Macro shot of the wet concrete surface, showing small bubbles rising and popping.
The blue tractor uses its blade to perform an initial leveling pass on the wet concrete. A miniature vibrator tool is dipped into the concrete to settle the aggregate. Close-up of the tractor wheels moving through the sand next to the wet road.
The mixer finishes the last of the pour and pulls away.
The roller moves onto the wet but firming concrete with its drum vibrating. Macro shot of the light reflecting off the wet, gray surface of the road.
The excavator uses a special attachment to clean the edges of the forms. The tractor hauls away the remaining gravel bags.
A time-lapse style shot showing the concrete changing from dark gray to a lighter, dry gray. Close-up of the crisp, straight edge of the concrete road against the sand.
The excavator backfills the small gap between the road and the sandbox floor.
The tractor uses its bucket to level the sand right up to the concrete edge.
The roller makes one final pass on the sand shoulders.
A small brush sweeps away stray sand from the concrete surface.
A miniature tape measure is pulled across the road width.
The excavator performs a victory spin in the background. A miniature paint machine or stencil is used to apply a white center line. Close-up of the white paint drying on the gray concrete.
The RC tractor drives down the new road for the first time.
The excavator follows the tractor onto the road.
A low-angle macro shot of the vehicles lined up on the road.
The mixer truck pulls onto the road to show its weight-bearing capacity.
A panoramic sweep of the entire sandbox construction site.
Close-up of the excavator arm folding into its transport position.
The tractor hitches a small trailer with the remaining tools. The roller moves to its parking spot off the main road. A macro shot of a miniature sign being placed next to the road. The sun shifts to create a sunset effect over the road. Close-up of the concrete texture, now fully cured and matte.
A toy car is rolled down the road to show the scale.
The camera pans along the length of the road, showing its straightness.
The excavator does a slow 360-degree turn.
A drop of water is placed on the concrete to show the sealant's effect.
The water beads up and rolls off the concrete.
The tractor's headlights turn on, illuminating the road in the dim light.
Close-up of the tractor's rubber tires on the concrete.
The mixer truck's drum stops spinning as it exits. A top-down view of the road cutting through the sandbox.
The excavator bucket rests on the ground next to the road. Macro shot of the tiny expansion joints cut into the concrete.
The roller's metal drum reflects the workshop lights.
A small handheld air blower clears the last of the dust.
The tractor backs into its storage shed in the corner of the sandbox.
Close-up of the road markings from a very low angle.
The camera zooms out slowly from the road to reveal the whole sandbox.
The excavator's LEDs blink once. The screen fades to black with a project complete title.